they went, and there was one area that was of particular interest. And when it got quiet earlier in the afternoon, we were told that, in fact, that they may be letting him rest to either give him some time to flush himself out or pinpoint his exact location, which clearly they were able to do. So there is going to be a 9:30 presser. We are hearing that there's going to be some, obviously, some information and sort of applause that are going to be coming out of that press conference. The fact that he's there and the fact that he's in custody. But again, we do want to tell people that he was injured. There were some shots that were fired. Plus, he may have been injured even before he got to that location. So there's still a few wild cards in all of this. They do believe clearly that this is without question the person. You can hear all the cheering that's going on. We do also want to tell you that somebody else was taken into custody. What was so interesting is authorities also seized this individual's car. The license plate of that car reads Terrorist 1. So we will have a lot more information coming up at 9:30.
I think we're going live right now, Dave, actually, to this press conference. So let's just go over and see what they have to say.
And I thought you all went home. We are so grateful to be here right now. We're so grateful to bring justice and a closure to this case. To those families that lost loved ones or suffered injuries that they'll live with the rest of their lives. For a police officer, a young man starting a career at MIT, and a police officer with the MBTA who almost lost his life. And from neighborhoods that lived in fear for an entire day, we are eternally grateful for the outcome here tonight. We have a suspect in custody. I want to thank all of the partners who worked tirelessly over the last 4 days, including the FBI, the Transit Police, our brothers with the Boston Police Department, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the support that we've gotten from our governor over the last 4 days. We're exhausted, folks, but we have a victory here tonight. But let's not forget those people along the way. Thanks very much. Governor?
Thank you, Colonel. Well, on behalf of Crystal and Martin and Lindsay, on behalf of the MIT officer who was lost last night and the transit police officer who was injured, on behalf of the hundreds of people who were hurt by the explosions at the marathon, I want to say how grateful I am to the Colonel, to the Special Agent in charge, Rick Delorier, to all of the law enforcement who worked so well and so hard together to bring us to tonight's conclusion. It was a very, very complicated case, a very challenging case, and there are still some questions remaining to be answered. But as the Colonel said, because of that extraordinary collaboration and cooperation by all of these law enforcement resources and assets, and more to the point, people, professionals, who brought their A game, we have a suspect in custody tonight. I want to also just thank all of the members of the public for their extraordinary patience, their participation in this investigation by reviewing photographs of their own and others that were up through the media, and we thank you for that, and helping us narrow in on these suspects. They were helpful and patient, and we're grateful for that as well. It's a night where I think we're all going to rest easy. Carmen?
Good evening. I'm United States Attorney Carmen Ortiz, and I have to say that both the governor and the colonel have put it tremendously well. Tonight, we feel a tremendous sense of gratitude and relief. The ordeal that this community, especially this neighborhood, has endured over the last 24 hours. Tonight, we can sleep a bit easier. And all of the unpredictable, horrific, and yet heroic acts that have occurred over the last several days, starting with the terrible bombing attacks that occurred on Monday. Here we are, and not forgetting the victims of the crimes that have occurred over the last several days. The victims of the bombings, as the governor said, Martin, Lindsay, Crystal. 2 officers who have been hurt, one who lost his life, Sean Collier, and Richard Donahue, who is fighting for his life. Our thoughts and our prayers are with their families.
So if this is the first time watching one of my videos, go check out my prank, subscribe, and thank you. Mad Hatter out.